Oh great, I gotta drive again.
This is a really interesting case.
Yeah, this is what got me to, like, this is what had me in, essentially.
Ballard is definitely up to something.
The first couple are pretty run-of-the-mill, and then this one just gets complicated, but also really uncomfortable. And it really gives you that feeling of, yeah, no, this must be what it's like for some cops.
Yeah.
She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
Yeah. So we all going this way?
Ah, that's it. We're spotted. Back off. Hey, back off.
We are spotted, yet we end up at the right place.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
This is actually kind of amazing.
Is it the same place that the
No.
other girl described?
It's a diner. I got discovered.
Fail.
Let's, now I gotta go in again.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
Tell the cook these were some good grits.
Booth's newspaper? Okay.
Baby? No! I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it! You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls! I'm gonna be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803.
Oh shit, we better go,
Sure, I got the film.
let's get out of here.
And deal with that before,
Drive.
Sounds like she got a
You can drive.
hit put on this guy.
Yeah.
Where are we headed?
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh shit, you better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home
You
as
better
possible.
step on
If
it.
he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McCaffrey's wife in the first place. Or he'd done the job properly. McCaffrey will break a fella's legs just for looking at his property all right.
What did you make of the kid? You believe her story?
I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Mm-hmm.
So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake Park. 11K code 3. All other units code 2. KGPL clear.
Roger, KGPL. 11K en route.
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel. Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake
Well,
Park.
they got there fast.
11K code 3. All other units code 2. KGPL clear.
Hurry up, loading screen. Time is of the essence.
You'd think the American police departments would avoid using the acronym KGB.
Yeah, you really would. Well, at this point, it wasn't quite Cold War.
It's the late 40s.
Yeah.
I'm Detective Phelps. We received a call about a domestic disturbance in apartment 803.
Oh, the detectives. Listen, Mrs. Bishop's pretty upset. Take the elevator and then left down the corridor. It's the last door on the right.
Aw. Again, no elevator music.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
Yeah!
Yeah? I like this guy.
L.A.P.D, ma'am. Are you in danger?
I'm all right now. You just missed them. Horrible, awful men.
Are you injured, Mrs.?
Mrs. Bishop. Gloria Bishop. Please, come in, officers. I'll just need to sit down for a moment. Forgive me.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am.
Just look at this mess!
We'll take a quick search of the premises, ma'am. You take a moment to gather your thoughts.
I will. Thank you, officer.
Well, let's start investigating.
Yeah.
Well, this is in good standing.
Incidental.
A book.
Not much help.
What book?
I can read the title. Yes. The wooden fork is the clue we need. Also the coffee cup.
The coffee cup is the most important clue. It tells you how focused the man was. Are there fresh grounds or no?
No, it's empty. Clean.
Not everything here. is
Not
very
energized
violent.
then.
Yeah. Explains how people got to him. If we haven't made it clear over our streams, we are quite the coffee addicts.
I don't think so.
A picture.
Looks like we found our mermaid. Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Interesting. Interesting indeed. More books!
Because knowledge
I don't think this
is
is
the
any
key.
use to us.
Well, I didn't have TV. Yet. Well, yeah.
Great Wall of Babylon.
Not quite.
Replica of a replica.
Beginning of the 50s was that.
Fair enough. Another picture.
Looks like the old movie set downtown.
It's LA, you gotta be a little more specific. No one's gonna miss
I don't think
this!
this is anything.
Just fucking pocket the money he finds. Cigar box, eh?
Doesn't give me
Gonna miss
anything to
this
go on.
either.
Got a banjo made from a cigar box.
Nice. Got a saddle.
It's just at our buddy's place presently
Presented to
because we
Mark.
can't restring the fucking thing because banjo strings are stupid!
check.
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
Shit.
Nothing significant.
Let me tell you, it ain't looking good.
Nope, not at all.
Ah, the brush. This must have been the murder weapon.
This
isn't a murder, Phelps. Not yet, it ain't. Clubs him. Alright, I think we found all we need. Let's see. Domestic disturbance.
Those men, I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
With that smug-ass look on your face, I'm gonna press it out.
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats. She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We were both on the same picture a few years back. That's how I met my husband.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Either we find him or McAfee's people do, Mrs. Bishop. If you care for him, you should make sure that we find him first.
I do care for him. But I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble. Hopgood might know.
Did you say Paco?
Hopgood.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
You're lying, Mrs. Bishop. It's some kind of payoff. You know exactly what the money is for and who it's getting paid to.
Do I? Would you like to prove that, detective?
We have the check!
Your husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Abuse of Jessica Hamilton.
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
I doubt that.
Jessica remembered a mermaid. The mermaid on the front of the prop store. You better come clean with me.
This is a sick town, detective. Are you sure you really want to know? The truth is, my husband likes them young.
And you think that's okay?
Yeah.
I was 16 when I first met him. I thought he was a genius, a magician with film. I was 20 before I realized he was just a B-movie hack. But he's nothing compared to some of the monsters at these big studios. My guess is Ballard sacrificed her little friend. Happens to a lot of girls.
It's fucked up.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
Fuck this bitch.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
She's just cool with her husband being a pedophile.
An aging movie star, a wannabe starlet, a movie producer's wife. You're finally rubbing shoulders with the almost rich and famous.
And from the stories they've given us, clearly none of them can act.
Well, looks like we got a set to go to.
Also a prop shop to go to.
I said a prop shop first.
Yeah.
You can drive. So, where do you want to go?
We don't have the location yet. I need a phone.
Someone ought to take them home.
Yeah, this is pretty fucked up right here.
Yep.
That's the latest thing.
Phelps, batch 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thanks.
Let's go. Back to the car. Shut up.
Are you drunk, mister, or are you just cracked? Can you drive to this one? All right. Where to?
Yeah, this case is where the game starts to get fucked up.
Mrs. Bishop
But
knows more than
it
she's
ain't
letting
even
on.
She doesn't seem to realize how much trouble
Yeah,
her
it gets
husband's
really
in.
fucked
The LAPD
later.
are the least of their worries right now.
You'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and McCaffrey.
How does one put a couple of oceans between?
He's back to where he started.
I mean, going eastwards, you only got the one. Going westwards, you only got the one. I guess technically you've got 2 oceans between you if you go to Australia. Yeah, Australia. That's where he's going.
If you said a couple of C's, that'd be different.
Yeah.
Phelps and Bukowski, L.A.P.D. We're investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ. I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way.
I'm right behind you if you try to pull anything, dickhead.
Keep him here, Stefan. I'm gonna take a look around.
What's this got to do with me?
Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
Well, let's take a look around.
Find ourselves some evidence.
Some shrunken heads.
Mmm.
Some pills.
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people?
Chloral hydrates? A lot of heads around here. It's a mirror.
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
Humor him.
Oh.
One-way mirrors. There's a room on the other side.
One-way mirror.
Well. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
Can't be that way, Phelps. You couldn't fit a rat through there.
And there's another... God damn it, there's another mirror there. Which... Ah, this is... Oh.
Makes you feel dirty, doesn't it?
Yeah. What the fuck?
What are we seeing now?
Alright, now we're just back behind the soundstage. Okay. Hey, a newspaper. Dope floods the streets.
Listen, I have to call you back. I got some business here.
Sit down, Courtney. This is Mickey. Mickey, this is Courtney Sheldon. What would you like to drink?
Scotch. Straight out.
I hear you're back at school learning to be a doctor, kid.
Yes. That's right, Mr. Cohen.
So you want to be a doctor and a dope peddler. Interesting combination, huh?
Do we have a problem, Mr. Cohen?
We might have. Yeah. Selling your dope to my boy Lenny looked like a good move, but Lenny has been supplying, wholesale, so to speak. The Bindle boys in this town aren't used to the Jews without a little of the middleman taking his
Cole
cut.
is having some sort of, like, episode.
Lenny
I think he is.
Mr. Cohen. And Lenny works for you.
What can I say about Lenny? What do you think? Oh yeah, he's a putz. And he's lazy, and he's greedy, but he's my wife's brother. How can you make a cake with those ingredients, huh?
So how is that my problem, Mr. Cohen?
Well, kid, the only way we're going to be able to make this work is to do some repackaging. We need to get the dope out of those dinky little cardboard boxes and...
Syrettes.
Yeah, syrettes. Right. Put it into big vats. We can water it down a little bit.
I won't bore you with the chemistry, but it doesn't work that way. You're likely to kill even more people.
Okay, listen. We want to buy you out, kid. I'll offer you 50 grand.
50 grand. Especially back then.
Hey! You don't like my offer? The Sheldon kid? I think I want him dead.
What are these newspapers for again? You don't remember? It's for essentially an overarching story in the game.
Yeah.
So this is where you sprang from.
So this is where the heads are coming from. Interesting. Kick open that fucking fake wall. Okay, there's a door here. A machete?
Machete.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's hilarious that that's just what everyone knows that guy as.
Yeah.
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
So that's a set he's had. Alright, here's another film. Mark Bishop, Jessica Hamilton.
What?
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test?
What?
Camera set up behind the fake mirror.
I wonder if they saw this, how many budding starlets would still get on the bus to come to Hollywood.
And then there's another one that looks into the bathroom. God damn it.
Creepy ass motherfuckers.
Oh boy. Oh boy, you got some explaining to do. Association with
You ever
Bishop.
do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop is doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though.
You're lying.
I haven't seen him around here in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I know you're lying, Hopgood. Bishop was here, and you know exactly what he was doing and what he left lying around afterwards.
You come in here without a warrant, and now you start throwing your weight around?
We have proof he was here. We saw in your back room. Empty film canister.
A 15-year-old girl told me how she was drugged and molested at a casting house. I found the chloral hydrate in your drinks cabinet. You give me something or I will break your fucking jaw, Hopgood.
Bishop was here with June Ballard and the girl. A lot of producers and directors use this place. I'm not responsible for what goes on here.
Whereabouts of Bishop?
McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
Truth.
You're delivering props to Jungle Drums on 8th Street?
Bishop is using that old rundown wreck of a set. That place is dangerous. But it might be a good spot to hide.
Relationship with Ballard.
What's the deal with you and June Ballard?
Look, buddy, I make props. I hardly ever meet the talent unless it's something tailor-made for them, like a sword or something.
You're lying again.
You and Ballard are blackmailing Bishop. That's why he cracked.
You got nothing on me. My hands are clean on this.
No, we gotta check.
No, we got a film canister.
Well, that too.
Enough. I've been in your peep room, Hopgood. I've seen your smut pictures and the camera setup. You made a movie of Jessica. I found the canister.
The deal is I get to sell the movies to burlesque houses and private collectors. These movie guys love seeing their cocks on screen. But part of the arrangement is I never film their faces. June had me film Bishop, and then she kept the movie for insurance. He went apeshit when he realized his face was front and center.
Who has the film now?
Who else? McAfee.
Blackmail.
Ballard had what she wanted. Where does the money come into it?
What money?
You're full of shit.
Enough of the lies.
I told you, I get my cut selling dirty movies.
The check.
Your ex was getting 20 large from Bishop.
If I wanted to skim 20 from Bishop, we'd do it through the movie budget. June said she'd sell him the film once the movie had wrapped, but Guy wanted cash. He's in a cash-only business. You think I had a choice in this?
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in. Phelps.
Yeah? Yeah, we are.
Roy Earl, ad vice. Hold on a moment. This is clearly a vice case. You've been roughing up my informant?
Hopgood is a vice informer?
Yes, he is, Phelps, and a very important one. Look at that mug. Have you been upsetting these two officers, Marlon?
So we just drop it?
You do if you know what's good for you. You need to catch the movie producer before an angry husband does, from what I'm hearing.
I'll be making a full report to the captain, detective.
You do that, kid. We're all very impressed with you.
Let it slide, Cole. Let's get out of here.
I don't like this guy.
Detectives.
Johnny Goldberg. You work for Mickey C.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing. It's the husband we'd like to talk to.
This is a police matter. You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We could beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part, happens every day. But Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, Guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business. You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen. Stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot less polite, you smug son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, asshole? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
I don't think they like your little pep talk, Bukowski.
Oh, shit! Get us out of here!
Whoa, shit! Because I can't convince him. Because I can't convince him to drive.
Closer, Cole! They really don't want anybody getting the Bishop before they do.
Goldberg works for the mob. Given how much he's getting paid for not doing anything in the WWE, yeah, I buy it. Wait, different Goldberg.
Different Goldberg by a few,
by a good several decades.
Yeah. Yes, dumbass.
Make a move! We're sitting ducks here!
Let's see him chase us now. Onto the movie set, Phelps. Let's roll.
1624 West 3rd Street. Any unit to handle code 3, identify.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Do we know where we're going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. And they say working traffic is like watching paint dry.
You know how to piss people off, Bukowski.
Hey, if they're prepared to gun down cops in broad daylight, McAfee really means business.
Seems like we're the only ones who want Bishop alive.
I have a good mind just to let him go work on the son of a bitch. I'm about done putting my life on the line to protect some child molester.
That's our job, unfortunately. They don't get to dole out the justice.
Well, shit.
Nope, a bunch of shitheads in colorful costumes get to dole out the justice while yelling justice. Fuck Cry for Justice.
There's the slippery bastard now.
No. God damn it!
Get him, Phelps. I'll cover the exit.
Mark Bishop, stop! L.A.P.D.
Through a movie set. Okay. Look at him go. Why is it the cop can't run that fast, but this motherfucker is just gunning?
I'm trying to help you, Bishop.
This is all a big mistake.
Generally, people who go, it's all a big mistake, and mean it, don't run, asshole.
It's us or McAfee's boys. Your choice.
Oh, God!
I didn't do anything.
Then why are you running?
Innocent people never run away.
Ow! He stomped my face.
Bishop, that's enough.
Get the fuck back here.
Made it all up.
God, this is kind of intense.
What the hell?
Set's collapsing.
Da, 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 da.
Mark Bishop, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of June Ballard and the rape and attempted murder of Jessica Hamilton.
All right, I'll come quietly. Just don't kill me. If you found me, then McAfee's goons will too. Oh, we need to get out of here.
All right, you stay close. Any tricks, and I'll save McAfee's boys the trouble.
Follow me. I know another way out of this place.
Hey, now we got a shootout.
Christ, detective, they're trying to kill me.
Last chance to back the hell down.
Nope, we got a shootout.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and
God,
desist.
they're everywhere. It's this way. Kill them, for God's sake! I don't want to die!
Ooh, can I take his gun? I can!
What kind of gun?
The shotgun.
McAfee doesn't make
Or
the
rifle.
rules. You hear?
$12 hat.
L.A.P.D.
Lost my hat.
$12 hat got shot up. That's expensive in this time frame.
You have to get me out of here!
There's no way out of here. I thought you said you knew where you were going.
We have to jump for it. This is insanity! Come on, it's this way. For the love of God, how many are there?
And
I don't want to die, son!
Get me.
This is all Ballard's fault.
I just shot a sniper down.
Nice.
gun?
There's an army of them.
What kind of gun?
Ammo. It's just ammo for the one thing I got.
I should have known that bitch was trouble.
Weapons on the ground, now!
This way!
I want what he's wielding.
I'm out of here. Come on, let's keep moving. Ah!
Getting more ammo.
Let's go. Stay with me.
I'm coming. It's a long fucking ladder.
Follow me. Come on.
You're just sliding down it?
Get him over
Yeah.
here, I'll cover you! Come on, the cavalry's here!
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Now.
Put your weapons down.
Just gonna wait here for a second and heal.
Bishop, that's enough!
Getting low.
Let's move forward. Those barrels at the base of the elephant column. They're full of gasoline. Shoot them.
Okay.
Sure. Totally a thing you'd find on a movie set, right?
They do their own
Need to
pyrotechnics.
get him to the car.
Keep them off me for Christ's sake.
Okay, totally a thing you'd find on a vacant movie set, right?
Fair.
I'll kill every last one of you if I have to.
Gasoline's worth enough that just random barrels of it wouldn't be left around.
Catch a bullet, you son of a bitch. Stay down.
Also, common misconception that a full barrel of gasoline is gonna blow up with a gunshot.
Nope.
Really, you want about, for the biggest explosion, about 2% of the barrel full of gasoline. The rest of it just fumes.
How long do you think you can hold out?
Just blasting everyone down. Yeah.
Now, this is what I call a result. Mark Bishop, erstwhile film producer, an all-around piece of shit, catches a fast ticket to Quentin for statch, rape, and attempted murder. So he gets to spend the next 15 years playing sissy instead of sticking it to little girls. That is justice with a capital J, Detective Phelps. Developed such a reputation, I'm not going to be able to hold on to you any longer. You're getting promoted. Go on, get your new assignment. It was good working with you, son.
2%. I knew the amount was. I knew the case would have to be low, but I didn't think it was that low. Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, 2% of a 10-gallon drum like that is still a fair amount of gas. It's still like a jerry can's worth.
Phelps, Bukowski, this your work? Can I help you, detective?
Sorry, Cap. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, I'll bet you didn't. This is a traffic case. You need something?
I'm here to buy a drink for the 2 L.A.P.D. traffic cops who broke the back of Guy McAfee's private army. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Captain?
Go right ahead.
Get in. I'm
I
buying.
don't. I have a problem. I don't like this guy. He can go fuck himself.
Hopefully he's not our new partner.
Place. A lot of movie people hang out here. You like jazz, Cole? The hopheads love it.
Sure, I guess.
Big bands and swing I can understand, but this bebop palaver? How are you supposed to dance to that? This is Phelps, Leroy. Be nice to him. You'll like this place. They treat you right.
You like a table, Roy?
What do you think we want to do? Stand at the bar like
I'll
chumps?
get a table ready for you.
Don't look so happy to see me, Alphonse. I might get the wrong impression. Cole, this is Alphonse. He's a French Negro from Africa. Can you beat that?
The Congo.
A pleasure to meet you, Alphonse. Is Elsa singing tonight?
Yes, she is. She has the next set.
Come on, Cole. You can meet Elsa while they're fixing us a table. You'll like her. She's something else.
Maybe another night, Roy. She's pretty beat up about it.
Get your hands off me. Don't ever tell me what to do or what not to do, Alphonse. You got a nice club here. Don't spoil it.
If you will follow me, detectives. Just through the door.
This guy's a right douche.
Yeah.
He was my only real friend, Harlan. We went through it all. You realize what he meant to me?
Of course I do.
You have no idea. You said it was construction work.
It was an industrial accident, Elsa. How can I be held responsible?
Elsa, are you going on?
Louis, for God's sake, he was my best friend. The only man who ever loved me without putting his hands on me.
Hi, Elsa. Here's someone I'd like you to meet. Cole Phelps, war hero and crime fighter extraordinaire.
And why would I want to meet another fascist from the L.A.P.D?
Sorry about this, Cole. What an evening I'm having. First a Negro puts his hands on me, and then this. Who do you think you're talking to, you German junkie whore? Don't you ever forget your place with me again. Do you hear me? Evening, Doc. How's business?
Sanguine.
Yeah, so this guy's on our shit list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give
To hell with him.
Racist.
Blow it off, Cole.
Woman beater.
These artsy-fartsy types always do.
Corrupt
Meet
cop.
Dr. Harlan Fontaine, doctor to the stars. Mr. Fix-It to the mental wreckage of Hollywood.
It's fucked
So what
up.
about that drink, boys?
Well, looks like we got shit to do. We gotta beat up some motherfucker. 5 stars again, and promoted.
Promoted to what?
Homicide desk.
Now we're on the murder cases.
Ah, the real pain jabs. Six months later. The Red Lipstick Murder.
That's it. Poison ivy.
What?
Cole? Are you sane? We have an insane guy on homicide. Can we get someone over here? What are we seeing?
Full moon. Dude, loving some woman.
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Clyde Rose of the Homicide Squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, And the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair.
So we just skip burglary.
You're in the
then.
major leagues now, son. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing.
Rusty
Your first
Galloway.
case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
The werewolf?
What on earth is that man doing?
Mouthpiece forced Frisco off me at the Grand Guild.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy who's really dead?
Nice day,
What a skunk.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy?
You're behind the wheel.
Wow, this car, a lot less sleek than the other
What
one.
happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
Were any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads and we got nothing.
I don't think this has anything to do with it.
Serial killer in our first
No,
case.
I don't.
Yeah.
90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's gonna happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
This is gonna be fun, right, guys? Right?
I don't think you can make the claim of it's that simple when you're talking to a dude who was in the war.
Scoop for the Examiner, Galloway. You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
You're used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Yes, because that's all that it takes to write a news story. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's all they need from the scene.
Oh. Fun.
What?
Naked dead body.
Mmm. Tasteful.
Trollman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Start investigating.
Let's see what we can find.
Footprints.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back to the lab.
Junk.
What do we got here?
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Ooh.
Ooh, what?
It's a... Yeah, it's like a puzzle box.
Is it actually making you solve it?
Yeah. It's a lighter?
Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter?
It's a puzzle box that is a lighter.
Yeah.
I kind of want one.
Alright, let's check her bag.
The victim's bag? Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Now we gotta investigate the
death?
body.
Could be the head in.
Interesting.
Writing.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Check the wrists. Doesn't appear to be anything.
So they weren't tied at the wrists, at least.
From what we can tell, no.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Okay.
Interesting.
What's the writing on the victim mean?
BD. Like Dahlia? Tex? Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests for the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Can we get to the bomba? A man could die of thirst in a case like this.
Okay. To the Bomba Club.
Our new partner's kind of a dick.
Yeah. He's a grizzled little cop who's had enough of this shit.
Doesn't want to put up with any of your rookie ass
Where exactly are we
bullshit.
going?
To the Bomba Club.
The werewolf?
For my money, copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? Big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. I've been working evidence from BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, Oddshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in the corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. For some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the MO and get
Fun
himself
times
a
all
free.
around.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. You can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
Broadway, Hollywood. Okay. Bomba Club. Does not look like a great bar.
Hey, honey, what time do you get off wooden table?
Doesn't look terrible.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, L.A.P.D. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here.
No.
Park.
It's not Paco.
Detective Phelps, L.A.P.D. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Christ. Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was a lovely woman.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
And she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
I have no reason to doubt that.
Yeah.
You know him?
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
That definitely helps.
I think this could be a great help,
Could be
sir.
8899. Ring stolen from the victim.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
I want to press for more.
Way back in her flying days is
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're gonna...
an intriguing
Okay. I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Guess I always have. Her old man never knew about it.
Knowledge of husband.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. Put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up, like usual. But he refused. She picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but got no answer.
Thanks, Mr. McCole. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
Well, we got a place to go.
Yep. We've also got a license plate
Let's
to
get
follow
out
up on, so we may want to go hit up a phone soon enough.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
I like him.
Hey, honey, what time do you get off wooden table?
He's a surly old cop.
Yep. And he's not so much as a dick as he is just jaded in the sense of, why is this my fucking problem? You You're not gonna make me do work, are you?
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
That's a guy from the papers. I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks, man.
All right. So I guess let's go.
Mm-hmm.
He drove me up to my house.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
That's disgusting. Didn't you ever hear of
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
Smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
More anime recently.
Always the politician.
Yeah, some
It's
weird
not
ass
political,
shit.
It's practical. Maybe the men
first
combing
one
Hollywood Boulevard after the
was,
Elizabeth
is it
Short
wrong to
murder
pick
were
up
more
girls in a
interested
dungeon?
Sniffing out booze than the clues that
Weird
would have led to our
show.
killer.
Yeah,
But
well, if
fucking
only you'd
awesome.
been there, choir boy.
Yeah, it was basically
Betty
D&D players
Short
at the
be
end of
alive, the Japs would have
Hit on
spared
anything
Pearl
that
Harbor.
moves.
Our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested
Then we
a
want
proficiency in
Spice and
solving
Wolf.
them.
Which I actually
Guess
made
that's
a
the drink
vague
slowing you
reference
down.
to earlier.
Oh my
Yes,
God,
you did.
brother, oh brother. Worse than I could
Yes, you
ever
did.
imagine.
It's weird as shit.
But it's good.
Yeah. It's
if you're looking for action in an anime, it's not.
it's not what you're looking for. It's economics and banter.
Just character building.
Yep. I mean, hell, only the two main characters actually stick around for more than an episode or two.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
Looking in the windows, don't quite see anything. Except one of the windows was broken open.
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Newspaper!
Mmm. Let's go watch more of the drug dealer who his parents probably hated him.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary
You
arrangements.
said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you
What
have
the
dealt with death
fuck?
before.
You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
Well. Okay.
We met that doctor a couple scenes ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
With Dickbag,
Yeah, we did.
who I believe was named Roy.
Yep. A shoe.
Size 9s. Above average for a lady.
Burglar used a pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Speaking of suits, do we have any new suits?
Let me check.
To suit our new position as homicide detective?
The Outsider. Don't believe everything you read in the papers. It's a gray suit.
I'm down for a gray suit. But that's mostly because I personally wear a gray suit.
I wear a black suit. Nope.
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband. Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my efforts like this should be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty.
He's just a surly old, grizzled, don't give no fucks drunk.
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Ah, ring box. It's empty.
Tiffany, the rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
Missing ring. Interesting. A picture.
A regular Amelia Earhart in her day. The ring looks distinctive.
She used to fly. Interesting. A bed that can be separated.
That says lots about their relationship.
Yeah. So, I think that's everything.
Also says a lot as to how uncomfortable it would be for them to sleep together.
Yeah.
That dip in between the two layers of mattress. It's like the crazy people who use those fucking sleep number beds.
I don't get that. I really don't get that.
My dad got one of those a while back because he needed a really hard mattress for his back. But my stepmom didn't like hard mattresses. So that kind of makes sense. But he would always complain that every time he'd roll over, he'd end up feeling like he fell 6 inches.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
L.A.P.D. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss...
Horgan! Jennifer Horgan.
What's up, Alyssa?
I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
What is this? L.A. Noire, game made by the people who made Grand Theft Auto. You are a detective investigating murders.
Well, at this point, we're investigating murders.
I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Before this, we were investigating an attempted murder. As a traffic cop.
Yeah. Shit never gets any easier. Who said you drive?
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Where can we go right now?
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, the broad keeps the house looking like that, she probably deserved it. Skipper says bring him in.
No, he's an asshole.
Yep.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you come to your senses, boy.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Interesting.
What?
Yes, Honest Brick, it is a detective game done right.
Yep. The only ones other than this I can think of that are done right are old point-and-click adventures.
And those are awesome.
Some of them are.
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard.
Some of
Follow
them
my
are.
lead.
Hey, Grim Fandango.
Yeah, but I would also like to offer the counterpoint of
Jacob Henry?
a really shitty old Sherlock Holmes game that exists.
L.A.P.D.
Fair.
You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Well, time to look through your personal shit.
I get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk, pal.
Looks like he just moved in and the apartment's already a fucking mess.
Yeah.
A baseball bat.
Any blood on it?
Think the atmosphere's thick in here?
No.
They tried to gas you.
But for some reason it was just in the middle of the floor.
If it was our murder weapon, there'd be some marks on it, so...
He'll be back in a
Ah, his shoe. Let's see.
Size 11s.
It's not him. Alright. I see.
What?
Figuring out what was last written on this notepad. There we go.
The oldest problem there is, what to do about the old lady.
Well, let's keep looking around.
What was written on the notepad?
I couldn't quite make it out.
Check the notes.
Yes, I should. It was a death threat. Suddenly it ain't looking so good for the guy.
Yep.
Movements of...
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
We know that's a lie.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
Club owner McCole reports telephoning Jacob Henry repeatedly on night of murder.
We know she went to the Bomber Club.
The bartender there, he calls me if things are getting out of hand, and I go and I bring her home. He called me last night. I said no. Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it. I'm gonna have to live with that.
Last contact with victim.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
What do you say?
A little out of hand how? Like, let's press him for more information here.
Except if we press doubt. I don't exactly doubt what he said.
No, neither do I.
The thing is, we're not saying you're hiding something from us. What is it? It's like,
no.
We just have to ask, well, what got out of hand?
Yeah.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left.
You didn't know about that trick, honest frick?
9 p.m.
What trick?
Might have been a little later, but...
Slightly pressing the pencil over the...
Oh, yeah, no, that's
9.
Easy to do.
Motive for murder.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
You're lying.
I don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth? Huh?
The notepad?
Yep. Yeah, this is a... sorry, bud.
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
You're awful hot under the collar for an innocent man, Mr. Henry.
What's this fuck?
You're under arrest, motherfucker.
Yep. We're not done with this
Get a
case,
squad
but...
car dispatched. Check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Gotta use the phone.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt...
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Ugh.
Thanks, Doc.
Oh,
Operator, give me
God.
R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks.
Hey, a different apartment number.
Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
We got a lot of shit we need to do.
Yep. First things first, let's go deal with the guy who owns that car.
Don't you think we should interview this guy
I need to
first?
go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Let's interview him first.
Isn't that gonna bring things to a conclusion?
His brother said she took a real
I wonder
pounding.
how this goes.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
Because that's totally a thing women want, right? An emotionless dick.
We have a firm lead, Captain.
Are you questioning my judgment, Cole Phelps?
No, sir.
Good. I thought not. Jacob Henry is a sub-system pushed around by his wife. I think with the right kind of persuasion, he might be prepared to seek absolution. Are you prepared to show him the error of his ways, young Phelps?
I don't think he's our man. Galloway agrees with me.
Don't drag me into this.
Rusty is a practical policeman. A bird in hand is always worth two in the bush. Let's liberate a confession from poor Jacob, and the public will sleep easy today. Run along now, Phelps. I've warmed them up nicely for you.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
Doesn't look good, Jacob. You're in a big jam here. You lie to me, and I can't help you out. Do you understand me?
Yes.
What do you do for work, Jacob?
I'm a mechanic. Engines, differentials, transmissions, that kind of stuff.
So you have access to tools?
Yes, I do.
Your wife was brutally beaten with a socket wrench handle, then stomped to death. How do you think that looks, Jacob?
I was home in bed.
We know that's not true.
You're full of shit, Jacob. The truth is you hated that bitch. You followed her and dragged her into the car and then took her out to the moors. She woke up and you smashed her face in with a socket wrench.
No. No.
And then you stomped her. You stomped her because she's a drunken whore and she treated you like shit. You stomped her for all the years you had to take it. You stomped her because you are such a weak fucking sister, Jacob, and you wanted to erase all memory of it. Go on. Try to deny it.
I was at home. I should have gone to her at the bar, but I didn't. You can't prove I wasn't home.
We can.
I can. The bar owner, McCall, gave you up. He called your house right at the time that someone was smashing Celine's skull in and got no answer. If we find that socket wrench, you're gonna fry. Get it off your chest. Tell me you killed her.
I killed her, all right. I killed her dreams. She was an aviator. Famous in her day, flying around up there like a bird. But she never wanted to come back down. You know, my pop was a sod farmer, dirt poor. I joined the Corps, trained to be a mechanic. I did better than my father did. I worked hard for it. It's all you can ask of a man. But Celine, she never wanted to come down from the clouds. She wanted everything I couldn't give her. All I had was security. That was never going to be enough.
Lipstick
You
markings.
did it. Everything points to you. What does Tex mean, Jacob?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was pretty legit.
Yeah.
I I need a reason to believe you, Jacob.
You want a confession? That's what you want?
That's exactly what we want.
Seems to me there are two types of marriages. First, where the couple love each other equally and everything's roses. And then there's the other, where one person loves the other more than life itself and always puts them first. Chumps like me, who love them no matter what, no matter how badly they behave. That's it. That's my confession. I love my wife. And I'll take any test you got to prove it.
Your marriage was over. You took her in and she threw it back in your face. You didn't go over there to hurt her. It just got out of hand.
It's not how it was.
You're lying, Jacob. It was falling apart and things got violent.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you how it was.
I feel like he's telling the truth on that one.
No, the marriage wasn't fine.
Marriage wasn't fine, but...
Jenny Horgan says you blackened her eye.
It's all right, Jacob. The DA will understand. In your shoes, I would have done exactly the same thing.
I hit her, all right? I'm not proud of it, but she was coming at me with a frying pan. What would you do? I took it for years, but sometimes a man can only take so much.
That's... Ugh.
Why did you break into your wife's house, Jacob? Why steal the ring?
What? What are you talking about? I've got a key. Why would I need to break in?
Fair.
Fair point.
You took the ring because you found out who gave it to her.
What are you talking about?
Her prized garnet ring, given to her by her old boyfriend, Dick McCall.
I never knew that. I lived with that woman for 3 years, and I never knew that. In that case, I think you should be talking to Dick McCall.
We'll do the detective work, lunkhead. Just answer the questions.
I'll see what I can do for you, Jacob. But I'm not promising. It still looks bad for you.
Phelps, you failed me, son.
We have another lead, Captain. This guy Mendez could be our man.
I hope so, Phelps. I really hope so. I'm deeply disturbed by your style of police work.
So that's pretty much the game's way of putting up neon signs. Yeah, it's not fucking
We
him.
can still pull down a conviction for the skipper if we chase down this Mendez guy.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Mendez's apartment.
To Mendez!
You're behind the wheel. Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
Father of the Year, folks!
Apartment 16 is what they said, right?
Yep.
Mendez, apartment 16.
Up the stairs we go.
Before we interview him, though, we've been going for about 2 hours. We may want to take our second break of the night.
You know what? Okay. We'll be back in a little bit. Hey, everyone.
We're back.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay. We gotta go find Mendez. Top floor, end of the hall.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in.
Okay.
Take a look around and see what you can find.
Okay, let's see. What can we find? Let's look for... This is the first thing I want to find. Can we find a shoe?
You like keeping track of them shoe size?
Because we know it's a size 8 that was there. A shoe.
Gotta get this to Ray. Size 8s could help place Mendez at the scene.
Oh boy.
What?
We found lipstick.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body.
And the wrench. A bloody wrench.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? L.A.P.D, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our witness.
Mendez, stop right there.
God damn it, they always run.
Why do they always run?
I'ma get you.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo.
They either run or they fight. Suspects just don't like coming quietly, do they?
Well. Ow.
What you run into? Folks, this is why we don't let Drew drive.
Among many other reasons.
Hey, your blindness isn't a good excuse. I've driven.
So have I. I drove a tractor for a job.
Who hasn't driven a tractor in Canada? That's not the point.
I think I lost it.
I think you did.
Could have been planted. I mean, at least clean the thing. Otherwise, it would have been stupid.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
Why don't you? Huh?
You're the one whose car we're driving. Why am I driving? 'Cause I said so, and I'm drinking a beer. Should you really be drinking that while we're driving? No, probably not. I'll probably spill most of it.
We do like a few flips in the air. Didn't spill my beer.
I got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch. Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry. Hands behind your head!
Now we gotta interrogate this sonbitch.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
You did a grand job, lads.
That's actually
Phelps,
the entire case.
That's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
I drove all three of those things there, honest prick. Tractor, ATV, and a goddamn go-kart.
Yeah, but again, tractors and go-karts, what fucking Canadian hasn't?
Yeah. Actually, I got a story to go with the ATV. This was only a couple years ago. It was like 2 summers ago. And I was babysitting these kids. I had to watch them because their parents were out of town. And they decided they wanted to do some sort of game where I had to chase them. I don't fucking remember. I live in a rural area, so there's just this field behind my house. I'm like, okay, go running through the field. I think I'll be able to catch up to you. Turn the speakers, go inside, grab the frickin' Bluetooth speaker I have, plant it in front of me, right out there with loud frickin' metal playing as I'm chasing them through the field on the ATV.
Some girl just got conked?
Yeah.
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend him off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
I survived the war for this.
Move faster! Alright, we're gonna get him to drive again as usual.
Yep. He's the one who says he knows where he's going.
You're behind the wheel.
But I was gonna drink. Nah, my
Did a
turn.
decent job on the Henry case.
I only
Not
drive
bad for your first time at bat.
when it's stunt driving or a
Don't
chase.
go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. You might get along after all.
Speaking of ATVs, you remember those ATV Off-Road Fury games for the PS2?
I have one over there.
I have one over there. I have
Now,
3, I think.
Boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference.
It's the one that
once the
opens
autopsy
to Slipknot.
I have two of my finest investigators on the case. Fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex...
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for that
So you don't
matter.
believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to be that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take the life of the skin angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get
Yeah,
to
they
work.
always had licensed music.
We have
Always metal
God's
and
work
punk.
to do here, and it can't be delayed.
And some rap.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Well, I mean, games like that basically have to have music you can recognize going.
Tell me what's going on.
Detective?
To sell you
I
on
was first on
perpetually
scene.
just driving around an open, empty landscape.
Except the landscapes were always so cool.
They were,
Can't be much
but
help to you, Phelps.
they're also still,
The
you know, the same general
Was it reported
thing,
in the press?
but different,
Sure
if that
was.
makes sense.
Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Footprints.
What size footprint?
We don't know.
The motive was robbery. Why not take the money?
I think size 8 again.
Oh, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
Alright, so we got an ID. Check the body.
Look at your markings.
Very distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back
Rope
to you.
markings around her neck. So it's a different cause of death. Thing is, with a serial killer,
They don't generally vary their shtick.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
interesting.
So we had a ring torn off, which we never ID'd where that went.
What's this mark? Cut on the finger.
Fourth finger, left hand, a wedding or engagement ring, violently removed.
And a watch and ring torn off on this victim. Dead woman dumped out in the open with jewelry ripped off.
Detectives, RNI says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Brae was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Just grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. Could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Well, let's head to her residence. This case is where the game actually starts getting hard.
Yep.
Like, you can actually fail this one really easily. Yeah, like I said, the thing of serial killers
You can
is,
drive.
if they go ritualistic, they go whole hog, even with the method of killing.
Mm-hmm.
So, this either isn't the serial killer we've been dealing with. Like, well, no, it's a copycat.
Still might be some
It
playing
has
the
to be.
boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If it doesn't work out, that is.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? Well, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
Character building.
Yeah, this guy's a dick.
I meant for Cole.
Yeah, but we're also getting just more of Rusty's a dick.
Phelps and Galloway, L.A.P.D. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you.
Oof.
Could you have a seat for me,
How
Michelle?
old does she appear to be?
Really young. Young teens.
We're gonna have a look around.
Oh boy.
He'll be
This is
back
gonna
in
be tough. Let's take a quick look around. A violin. I could do something awesome with this.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back.
Is he playing my violin? Yeah, don't question it.
You see, I don't know what you were going for. I was gonna go for da-dum, 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 ba-dum, da-dum, da-dum, da-dum.
Shoo! Size 8.
Size 8.
Size 8 is kind of small for a man's shoe.
Yeah.
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
Then again, I don't know much for scale, considering what I have to go off of with me and my brother.
No sign of a wedding ring.
My size 14 to his size 16 is what I'm used to seeing.
Based on the fact that more often than not, when I ask a shoe store for a size 10, they always come back and ask if 10.5 is okay. I assume that's generally average.
We found the casings for the missing jewelry. Here's the thing, though. If the husband did it, which is what their assumption is right off the bat, why would the fucking jewelry be missing?
Yeah.
Now, I noticed something in the panning shot right as we got here.
What'd you notice?
There's a burning barrel back here.
A burning barrel?
Yeah.
Like a hobo fire?
Yeah. Look around at it back.
Are we under the bridge?
No. Not yet.
No, we'll save that particular number for when we start dealing with drug dealers.
Yeah.
Circumstantial.
No, stop checking the goddamn carrots. You want to make something to eat? You guys want something?
Is he just making something in our kitchen? Just leave him be. Grab me a beer.
They don't have any.
Whiskey?
No.
Scotch?
Again, no.
How about vodka?
No alcohol of any kind.
What's wrong with these people?
Well, what do you have to say? Youngin'.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead.
The Carrot Killer.
Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Try.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
Yeah.
I know it's painful, Michelle. This may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, a yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday.
Didn't you just say you don't pay attention to these details?
Yeah.
It was kind of a makeup present.
Fuck, kid. State of your parents' marriage.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What? But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Footprints.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Muller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
This is a petty-ass thing to lie about.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
I'm not gonna press that one.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, the way he said found was a little weird. What did he just say?
He said you stayed in all night. Your wife went out to pick up while your wife went out to pick up your daughter, and he said yes, that's correct.
You should come clean if you're having an affair or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
I'm gonna doubt that.
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
History of violence.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
Why are you lying?
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
The butterfly brooch.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Muller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
So what do you guys think?
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
One, we need to break his alibi.
Based on the fact that he's saying that, I'm assuming that's not the case, because he's pretty wrong.
For half the men in L.A. 3, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes,
the way he
sir.
said found, that's very true
They
on
had a
this
row
correct.
last night.
It's like he wasn't
I heard
expecting us
Mrs.
to
Muller
find her.
screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Muller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Muller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
If you get him, give him one for me, detective.
Shoot the tree!
Tackle! Gotta love being able to pull a flying football tackle.
Yep. Get the fuck worker.
Enough running, Hugo. Hands where we can see them.
Doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the cat.
Yes, sir, Detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncle?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Belmont High School.
Checking for you, Detective. Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks for your help.
All right.
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564.
Go ahead, Detective Unit.
Can we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street? And send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Roger, 11K. Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting. Police morgue downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Guy from the paper solved the big case.
Let's see. Let's check the coroner first.
Mm-hmm.
Can you drive to this one?
Because it'd be better to have evidence on hand.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, Phelps. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. And try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people
Cole.
away, that one.
He's kind of a dick.
Yo, to be fair, Rusty's kind of a dick.
Yeah. Very true. Yeah, they're cops. Everyone's a little bit a dick.
They're all a little bit racist. And sexist. And, you know, 40s.
But then again,
Phelps,
everyone's
Rusty,
a little bit racist.
Thanks for coming.
This
Can you
game's
blood
very
type the shoes
40s.
that we bagged and see if that
Yeah.
match?
It very much
Sure.
hits the
It'll
tone
all be in the
of the
report,
time
but
where
I'm assuming
everyone
you want the
was
details now?
a little bit
Please.
racist, a little bit
Cause of death and
sexist, a little bit of a
strangulation.
dick.
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
Yep.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. If anything else comes up, you let us know.
Gonna use your phone here, bud. Get out of the way, janitor.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Yeah, I actually like when works can actually capture the attitude of the time really well.
Are there any
And
messages
for
for
some
me?
reason, people decide to complain about it with Mafia 3.
A
Here's
green
the thing, Mafia 3,
1946
not a
coupe
good game.
registered
But
to
that
Mrs.
was
Hugo
actually
Mulder
correct.
has been found in the
Yeah.
parking lot adjoining Belmont High School and playing fields. Captain Donnelly wants you to head down there immediately to take the school janitor's statement.
Thank you.
Well, now we have more reason to go to the high school.
Well, let's go to the high school. So I think this should be the case to close the
You
stream
drive.
tonight.
I need to go over the case notes.
Because I don't want to go to...
Yeah, we're not gonna start a new case tonight.
No.
Because it'll go past midnight if we do.
Yeah.
Not exactly the happiest
And
place
let's face it, people probably don't want to be
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent.
watching a
If
stream
you're
past
working with a
midnight
pro, it's
on a
easy to
work
overlook
night.
the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job.
The janitor done it, says
How so?
Snivelly.
No, you don't want them to join their work.
Always
too.
blame the janitor.
Wrong kind of man can get off.
But not
on
Scruffy.
one
What's
hand
Scruffy
and
ever do to you?
kill corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
Been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to
Pulls
get
out a bag of chips, starts eating one at a time
No,
very
if I
slowly.
close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
Seriously, Scruffy's one of my favorite characters in that show.
He shows up very rarely, but when he does, it's always entertaining.
This is the car?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Have you looked it over?
Superficially. I was told to wait for you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it from here. What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
This was the same man?
I don't know, sir. I mean, I'd like to say yes, but truth is, it was pretty dark.
All right. Tell me about this man you've been having trouble with.
He hangs near the playground, tries to befriend the children. He was around here last night before the dance.
Is he violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes. There's the son of a bitch now! Hey, you!
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Let's kick some ass. How many people want to kick some ass? What are you singing, Cole?
It'll be real popular soon.
Never really.
Yeah, nevers.
Unless you watch Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Who? Not important.
It's a movies.
There
in
he
the
is.
futures.
Sam?
Yes, I do.
Made by a guy who'll be born in like 30 years.
He makes a lot of terrible movies. Let's be honest here. He's made one good one. He's made a few good ones, but then he
Yeah.
made a lot of shit.
I'd say he's got
An overall winning track record,
6 good movies?
and then the rest are kind of terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I like Red State. It's really good.
I'm counting Red State.
Good.
I'm not counting Mallrats.
Fair. Objectively, not a good movie.
I'd even say it's the weakest of all of the View Askew movies.
Oh, easily. It's a cult classic.
Good movies of his, I'm counting Clerks, Clerks 2, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Chasing Amy.
Oh, Jesus fucking...
Dogma's dumb and entertaining. And there's a certain appeal to dumb and entertaining. And Red State is
Who's asking?
good for the sake that it's taken purely
You can do this
seriously.
the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Son,
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
No, you're not crazy, Snibbly. It was hidden to hide the not so great textures.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that.
The game having a lot of motion
Woman,
blur.
you say? I like him a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
Oh,
You're under arrest, Eli. You are in very deep trouble.
What did he have?
The golden butterfly.
Why bother with the paperwork, Eli? I'm gonna take out my gun, and I'm gonna count to 5. Let's see how fast you can run now.
Hang on a goddamn minute. I found that thing in the parking lot.
Get some backup out here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
Well, let's open up the trunk.
We ain't done yet.
Oh, that's a bloody rope.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
A tire iron, bloodied. And overalls covered in blood with the initials.
Overalls are stenciled HM.
HM.
Miller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
Let's go. We're close to cracking this one. We just got to interview our 2 suspects.
I still think the janitor
You're
done
behind
it.
the wheel.
Cole, you need to drop it.
Where are we headed?
But he done it, I tells yous.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Mahler homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
The door. Yeah, this case is easy to fail, Snibbly.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Mueller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
Even if the guy isn't the murderer, you can still ding him for molestation.
Yeah. Yeah, I failed this case the first time because of what's about
Better
to
not go
happen.
soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest. Are they ready?
Bowler's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Let's go to 1 first.
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend was an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally.
If you choose the wrong suspect,
you look like
you
you've had it
fail.
rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
And the thing is, if you don't get all their questions correct,
you fail.
You're down on your luck, Eli.
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't misplace big yellow letters HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
Alright, so we got that one. Access to braided rope.
Mm-hmm.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Mrs. Muller was
I
strangled
got
with
it
a triple
wrong.
braid.
I
Give
pressed
me
it.
something, Eli.
I like braid, but I didn't rope that woman. You're not hanging this one on me, partner.
So are we fucked now?
No, we're not.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things. And you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli. Who do you think a jury will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one. I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and put his coveralls in the trunk. I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight and he strolled out, cool as you like. And I went over and I picked it up.
I don't like you, Eli. I think you're an evil man. I think you try to pass off your pain to other people. I can't make you for this case. But my consolation is that I don't think you will be out of prison for very long.
You can count on it, shitbird. By the way, Eli, the captain and the Hat Squad would like to talk to you next. Any idea what they might want to talk about?
Now we gotta go to the
My
other
money,
one.
Hugo Muller's our #1 suspect. The evidence is solid. I think it's time we hit him with it.
Here's something I don't understand.
You think talking's cheap?
How can someone ever do something like this when they've got a kid?
Exactly.
It's like, really, you're gonna just leave your kid in a state of complete uncertainty for the rest of their life because you got angry at your wife?
Where is it? Ah.
Right through the red light that you never saw.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
That's...
Believe what?
It's rabbit's blood. The guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin them.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
What do you think?
That's a believable statement.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
Access to tire
Your wife was
iron.
beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
A Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler. We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Overalls.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
Leave interrogation.
There was one thing a swipe of me. Put him down with my sack.
You need to interrogate both of them before being able to pin it on either of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's go see the other one.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
We can't. Oh, no, it's over here.
Blind as fuck.
Interview's over, son. You can go now.
Ah, we did fuck it. Oh well.
Where's it gonna restart us at?
It's not gonna restart us. We still technically pass the case if we arrest one of them.
These doors strips off mid-range.
I'm not saying another thing until I've seen an attorney.
Well,
Hugo Muller, I'm charging you with the murder of your wife. You'll be arraigned and taken before a grand jury. Book him, Rusty.
With pleasure.
So who are we actually supposed to arrest?
Eli.
So we just arrested the wrong dude.
I have to say I'm disappointed. I stood in front of a troop of reporters and made promises. Promises of swift and fearful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance. You made the department look bad, lad. Do it again and your career as a policeman will come to an abrupt and ignominious end. You two are back on the streets.
You get 3
Find
stars
street
for this
criminals,
one, so
roust them,
between
beat them,
streams,
and
I'm going
restore
to
some
go through this
fairness to your
again and get
police
it
work.
right.
Yeah.
The next case will come when you've revived my faith in your abilities. Now get out of here!
So where do
2
we...
stars! We still technically pass.
So where do we have to restart that from? We have to just redo the whole case?
Yeah, we do.
Phelps, we captured 2 regular army.
Lieutenant!
Phelps, we've been over this. That sniper barely missed you back on the beach. Until the mission is over, there'll be no more saluting or signs of rank.
I'm in charge here, Medier!
Do you wish to interrogate the prisoners?
No, they're beat. Why they look so sullen?
You're wondering why we haven't killed them yet. There is no greater shame than being taken prisoner.
Get this, Golden Boy actually seems to know what he's doing.
あなた方の会社と名前を名乗ってください。
第44大部隊所属兵だ。
キスマ、何様だと思ってるんだ。
See that, boys? He slapped that Jap right upside the head.
It was merely to remind him of his place. His shame was the tone of voice that he used with a superior. I respect the Japanese, Corporal.
Respect, we're here to kill the sons of bitches.
Do you know why we are fighting the Japanese, Private?
With respect, sir, these bastards attacked Pearl Harbor.
And why did they attack Pearl, Private?
Because they hate the US of A and our way of life.
They attacked the US because we cut off their oil.
What would we do if another country denied us the gas to run our cars?
Phelps, good guy even in war. Ish.
Yeah.
As good guy as you can be.
Yep. And we've turned him into the dick bag from the future.
I can see the future!
Future!
Ah, Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, my real name. And you can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
Yes.
I knew you'd say that!
I've run of them since the Dahlia fiend first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Mueller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
That scene is the same regardless of how this plays out.
Yep. And with that,
we will catch you guys on Friday with what will be the conclusion to our Jack and Daxter stream.
So, see you then.
Bye.